Now I know what you're thinking. Rio, you late for making this video. That's because I had watched it already with the Ryder Brothers the day it was out, the day it got published, the day it got put out. That was a week ago. When this got announced, because we watched Death Battle off screen, even though I had made the point that I sometimes hate Death Battle. I already knew SpongeBob was winning. I didn't even need to know that they were talking about cartoon Aquaman. I already knew SpongeBob was winning this. SpongeBob Robert SquarePants is by far, other than Spider-Man, one of the most iconic characters of our time. The man cannot be stopped. His nautical nonsense cannot be stopped. And I know people are going to give me so much hate for this when I say it. SpongeBob, in my opinion, can literally take out the entire Justice League. Well, not the Justice League, the Super Friends. Well, shit, probably the Justice League too, because of his nautical nonsense. And I'm not even saying that they're going to get killed like Aquaman did in this video, which we will be doing an analysis about, because I want to talk about SpongeBob. I'm saying because of who SpongeBob Robert SquarePants is, he will drive all of them to the point of insanity. And the sad thing about this is, while I was watching this, SpongeBob was literally holding back in this fight. And I said this to one of my members of the Sakurai clan. He was DMing me about this on Instagram. This man literally held back because he didn't use his mermaid man powers. He didn't use that. Hell, he didn't even use his spatula in this. He didn't even use that. The spatula got thrown out. This fight wasn't even close. And yes, I'm saying it too. Even if we were talking about the rest of the Aquaman and sum them up all together to make the ultimate, no. I'm sorry, SpongeBob's still winning this. Again, not to kill. He probably wouldn't even do that. He probably wouldn't want to do that. SpongeBob would probably just drive them fucking insane. That's what I'm saying here. There is no winning against this sponge. There's no winning against this sponge. And you can't kill him. You literally can't kill him because he comes back every time. People have tried to erase him, cut him in pieces, squares, and he still comes back. So what y'all got to say about? And yes, I'm wearing a SpongeBob t-shirt. I'm all for this man. I was for SpongeBob SquarePants before this was even talked about. Okay?
SpongeBob SquarePants, Nickelodeon's #1 nautical nincompoop.
My boy.
Aquaman, the thalassic third wheel of the Super Friends. Thalassic means ocean. I looked it up.
The infinite ink-black depths of the seven seas are home to any number of terrifying, awe-inspiring creatures.
They're also home to these two losers. Though when it comes to cartoon characters, there's always more hidden beneath the waves. That's right, we're prioritizing the cartoons for maximum Toon Force shenanigans. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Wait a minute, god dang it, Death Battle. The origin is just one theory, perhaps contradicted by the fact that Bikini Bottom history had its own Wild West, medieval, and Paleolithic cultures. I'm sorry. Out in the video games as well. So this is this is definitely going on. In Battle for Bikini Bottom, SpongeBob replenishes health by finding clean underwear. That implies that he shits himself every time he takes damage. No, it that doesn't apply. It just implies that, like, because of his square sponginess, his underwear are prone to break. Because truth of the matter is, we don't even know what his clothes are made of. So it could be just as fragile. So he can literally break his underwear. He literally can break his clothes, which he has done. So it's not that he shits himself. It's literally that he can literally just rip his undergarments.
Factor. He survived being torn in half, vaporized, having his soul removed from it.
Manifest a civilization if he fucking wants. I'm sorry. I'm a Spider-Man fan, and even I know SpongeBob is winning. No one can stop this sponge. At all. Look, and even more. Look at how he created these bubbles in particular. He gave them tattoos. How do you give tattoos to a bubble? If you look very closely, those are tats. How did you give tats to a bubble, SpongeBob? How did you do that?
That's
Call him Doodle Whiz. Whiz, he's just like you.
Okay,
but I mean,
about this.
even the mundane becomes godlike in SpongeBob's yellow hands, like his reef blower, which hoovered up the entirety of Earth's oceans in seconds and then exploded on top of SpongeBob all at once.
It's estimated the entire mass of Earth's oceans is about 1.5 quintillion tons. Considering all the water refilled the planet in about 1 second, that'd be a kinetic energy of over 6,000 yotatons.
That's enough energy to nuke Jupiter 13 times over. And SpongeBob was completely unharmed.
His hydrodynamic spatula isn't just an impromptu bladed weapon, it's also his primary instrument to create the greatest food.
No, and also we have to talk about the fact, on top of all of these, all this other shit, the karate, him making Krabby Patties, the magic pencil, the reef blower, his bubbles, the all-reliable hydrodynamic spatula. Y'all forgetting the magic conch. Y'all forgetting the magic conch, man. The magic conch can literally have him, can literally grant him the best luck he can possibly get. So if he wanted to, all he would have to do is use the magic conch and grant anything he wants. Or better yet, the piece of paper that he magically could do anything with. And Squidward lost a fucking gasket because he couldn't get the paper to do what SpongeBob did. Y'all remember that? On top of the fact, the Pretty Patties, when he made Pretty Patties, and for some reason was capable of turning everyone who ate it in Bikini Bottom different colors. What?
Stuff Bikini Bottom has ever seen. The Krabby Patty.
A burger so delicious, it's basically magic. Not only is it totally addictive, SpongeBob was romantically attracted to one. It can nullify mind control, heal wounds, and even detonate.
SpongeBob has survived nukes point blank, hugged his best friend Patrick so hard their DNA fused, can ride on the scene transitions, and once cried so hard he flooded Bikini Bottom, even though it's already underwater. Shit, he once grabbed a hold of this mysterious string and unraveled the entire universe. He literally undid the fabric of reality in seconds. What the fuck?
What was that you were saying about anti-Toon Force?
I'm sorry. I'm not sure I've ever misjudged a character as severely as SpongeBob SquarePants.
Nice character arc there, Wiz. Unfortunately for Roberto, the rest of the town only saw the goofy goober on the outside. It took more than one adventure to prove himself to be a real hero. You think he ever banged that squirrel?
He's crushed Plankton's Plan Z, won the Battle of Bikini Bottom against an army of killer robots, and even teamed up with fellow Nickelodeon stars Timmy Turner, Jimmy Neutron, and Danny Phantom to save the Nicktoons multiverse.
Now I'm gonna say no. See, go back. And I'm gonna say this right now. This is also another thing I'm gonna say this. Okay, everything is right except for one thing. He also defeated the Flying Dutchman, y'all. If we count in the games and in the cartoon, he beat the Flying Dutchman twice. He beat him twice. In SpongeBob the Flying Dutchman, he had gotten all of the artifacts, which apparently made the Flying Dutchman the strongest he could ever be because of an outdated book that SpongeBob was taking the source from. And he still beat him. SpongeBob still beat him. And then in the cartoon, the Flying Dutchman literally took SpongeBob to Davy Jones' locker, brought his ass back because he annoyed him so goddamn bad. Are you serious? So he owned you twice. This man has defeated more enemies. Way more enemies than the law allowed. For context for Ran to the Mountain and Back, that was when he became the Quickster. And it's not like he can't do it again, because he can. He can become the Quickster again. So even with that, he held that back against fighting Aquaman. He was holding back in this fight, y'all. That's what I'm saying. This Sponge was holding back. So if he was holding back all the rest of that, what makes y'all think he can't own the rest of the Super Friends? What makes y'all think he can't do it? Especially the fact that SpongeBob even has his own comic book. He has his own comic, man.
Multiverse.
His biggest weakness is that he's a giant, suicidally naive idiot.
And depending on the humidity of the atmosphere around him, being out of the water can dehydrate and permanently incapacitate him.
Oh, also seasonal rot. Those first 3 seasons are pure gold, but after that, oh boy. There's this one episode called Squid Baby where Squidward gets brain damaged into a giant baby and shits himself on screen.
What are you talking about?
Oh, right. Trials and tribulations and Hasselhoffs aside, it wasn't until SpongeBob accepted himself for who he was that he was rewarded with the greatest boon of all, middle management.
So if nautical nonsense be something you wish, then pray to your yellow porous god for mercy. Because
No, well, then there's that. He drove Mrs. Puff insane.
Aquaman.
Not that we need to hear anything about this,
We've
because
covered Arthur Curry on the show.
realistically, Aquaman, okay, like his feats are good. His feats are pretty good. He can talk to fish. He can swim down the depths of the ocean and not get crushed. Like, he can make water balls. Not to say that SpongeBob can't do that when becoming Mermaid Man. Okay, super strength. Whirlpool, create water absorption. Yeah, we got it. But we got it. It's not anything else. Is just excessive.
The combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibility. One possibility.
It's time for Aquaman's funeral!
Now I want y'all to watch this fight,
Mermaid Man.
because
Wait a
SpongeBob did
second.
not take
You're
this
not
shit
Mermaid
seriously
Man.
at all.
The name's Aquaman. Evildoer.
Evildoer? I'm a hero.
I saved this city. There's only one real hero here.
Man didn't even use his spatula.
And he's a super friend.
You see, sir, I'm a sea sponge, phylum Porifera, and you can't just... How about a little...
See, he didn't even use his spatula. He even held that back. He held that back, bro. Like, come on. Was holding back. Because you know damn well that damn spatula went through a lot of shit. How there was an episode where the spatula went to the emergency room because SpongeBob was using it as like a weapon of defense for everything other than his job.
Karate, Waterman.
It's Aquaman! Of course. He's a sea creature. And as the king of the seas, he's mine to command. I wasn't just reaching out to you, Sponge. Let him have it, chums! Great Neptune!
Ah, that was funny.
Get a load
That was
of
funny.
this, Seaman.
Damn it, it's Aqua!
Don't fucking matter. It don't fucking matter.
Need water powers fading. Is there nothing I could do?
Nope, nothing.
Man, I see it now. A multiverse of Aquaman. And out of all of them,
The lamest.
I'm the lamest fucking one!
And even with that, even if you weren't, you'd still wouldn't be SpongeBob. I'm saying that now. Yeah, I'm being based. I'm based. I'm being based in this video. I'm being based. Yeah, because you're not going to tell me that any of those versions of Aquaman is beating SpongeBob Robert SquarePants. You can't kill him. So what the fuck you gonna do? What the fuck you gonna do?
I'm a ripoff. A joke. I'm no superhero.
People used to say the same kind of things about me. Goofball, wingnut, knucklehead McSpazatron. But every day, I get back up and say 2 words. I'm ready.
May the best hero win. What?
The other side of the universe.
I'll prove it to you. I'll be
A real goofy goof. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Don't cry, Sponge. Let's be super.
Ocean man, take me by the hand, lead me to the land that you understand. Ocean man, corner to the voyage to the corner of the globe is a real trip. I was trying not to mess that up. Ocean man, secrets of a life of raising the sand, soaking up the first of the land. I love that song. I love that song. When I first saw this video and I saw that, it was 2 things that went in my head. It was that song, and then it was his hat, Mr. Krabs. He was number 1. Like that was just SpongeBob did his ass dirty.
KO! What is it with ridiculously OP nautical-themed cartoon characters on this show, Wiz?
This was an incredibly close fight.
No, it was not.
Gotcha!
Not
Obviously,
even
Aquaman
close.
didn't have a snowball's chance in hell in defeating this little spongy bastich.
Where do we
SpongeBob
even
held
start?
back.
With his bubbles and magic pencils, SpongeBob could basically do anything he wanted. There was no way Aquaman wouldn't get totally overwhelmed, especially with his much more limited arsenal. I can't think of a more lopsided matchup than someone whose main attack is throwing water against...
Yeah, SpongeBob is an obsessive fan of the superhero Mermaid Man, and in-universe parody of Aquaman with the same powers. He'd be familiar with anything Aquaman could throw at him. Yeah, because he literally could cosplay as Mermaid Man. He could cosplay as Mermaid Man and do the same exact shit. So he was humoring him. He was actually being nice. SpongeBob was actually being nice to Aquaman in this fight. He was being nice.
a sentient sea sponge.
Aquaman's only potential option was his telepathy, but as we've covered, it's far less powerful than his comic counterpart. There's no reason to believe SpongeBob wouldn't just ignore Arthur's commands.
Even if it was straight up mind control, SpongeBob's Krabby Patties straight up cancel mind control.
And really, nothing Aquaman had could overcome Bob's utterly broken regeneration.
The little yellow dude has survived being completely disintegrated into dust
Yep.
and even erased from reality. All Aquaman can do is punch kind of hard, and even that's basically useless against Bob's squishy body.
Maybe Aquaman could have found a way to dehydrate SpongeBob enough to keep him permanently incapacitated, like when he and Patrick were trapped in Shell City.
But that would require the fight to take place out of the water, which messes Aquaman up way harder than it does SpongeBob. And it also require the fight doesn't instantly end up with SpongeBob karate chopping Aquaman at 10 shit zillion times the speed of light, splattering his atoms against Saturn. Cause, yeah, remember when SpongeBob unraveled the universe? Considering the...
No, I'm sorry, I need to do this one. This is fucking insane. Compared to SpongeBob's size, the string's width is about 192 micrometers. We can use that to find the volume of, say, 1 meter of string, and compare that to the volume of the entire observable universe. Considering it took SpongeBob...
Now, I know someone's going to say that this is a meme and they can't count this. Somebody's probably going to say that it's just a meme and there's no need to take this seriously. No. This is not just a meme. What he just did was not just a meme. It was not just a meme. No. This ain't got nothing to do with memes. This is what he can do. This is what SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob Robert SquarePants can do. I can't believe his middle name is Robert. Because I refuse to accept the fact that it's not Sponge. His first name is not Robert. It's SpongeBob. As his middle name is got to be Robert. SpongeBob Robert SquarePants.
About 5 seconds, he would have had to be pulling at 8.2 times 10 to the 78th power times faster than light.
That's as many times faster than light as there are atoms in the universe.
This is the fastest calculable speed feat in our show's history. And it belongs to SpongeBob SquarePants.
But do you think he could take on comic book Aquaman?
Have you
He's
been
owning
listening to
him.
anything I've been
Yeah.
saying?
Good point. Because let's not forget,
Of course I didn't forget.
that string feat also destroyed the entire universe. And stuff like that is actually consistent.
SpongeBob is literally aware of the fourth wall and has rewritten the plot of his own story as he's living it. Screw the pencil or the bubbles. He can just will whatever he wants into existence from his imagination.
He
He's
really just
a
can.
god. A yellow, spongy god of death.
And that's why he beats Goku.
Yep.
At least Arthur
Yep.
finally got...
And I'm saying this not as Dragon Ball Weeb. He can beat Goku and Vegeta. He can beat him. Even with Vegeta's ultra ego, which we still don't know about, and Goku's ultra instinct, which he's still not a master of yet. It doesn't have full control of just yet. SpongeBob's owning both of them. Yep. And yes, that also means he can own Gohan too, now that he has a new power. Yes, I'm saying it. I'm saying it now. So for anybody who say, well, I bet you're going to say that he can't be... Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
To be a real hero. And at the end of the day, that's what matters.
Yeah, sure, whatever, pal.
Whatever.
He's dead. Too bad for the King of the Seas. That sure was one sweet victory.
The winner is SpongeBob SquarePants.
Our god.
Now, I'm also going to say this. There was also, in the comments down below, somebody had mentioned that King Neptune had granted SpongeBob a god of fast food, right? But in that same episode, because he didn't want to leave Bikini Bottom, so he fixed it so that Neptune would be SpongeBob's underling as a fry cook, so that he could learn how to make patties right. But the thing about it is, like he was saying, this comment was saying, we never saw him renounce it or pass it to another. So yeah, honestly, SpongeBob can use the powers that Neptune that Neptune bestowed onto him, because we didn't see him just get rid of it. So that means even with that, he was still holding back. SpongeBob has the powers of a god. What else can you say at this point? What else can you say at this point? Let me know what y'all think down below about this. I know somebody's gonna get in their feelings about what I just said. I know it. I don't care. With that being said, I'm gonna get up out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Yeah. SpongeBob is that boy. SpongeBob Robert SquarePants is that dude. And anybody that was hating on him, who is still hating on him, you're doing yourself a disservice. Get with the sponge, bro. Get with the sponge.